Hi guys, I hope you can hear me okay. Alright, so I want to share something with you because you might be at this point in your life where you want to manifest love. But the cool thing about this technique is it's all about manifesting love in your neighborhood. I did this years ago, and let me tell you, when it worked, I was shocked. All right, so I can only give you an idea of exactly how I did it because I did it a while ago, but I kind of remember. So try it, let me know if it works. All right, so I must have watched some video or something, right? It was all about manifesting love. And what you need to do is go ahead and write a list of all the qualities you're looking for. I'm sure I didn't put more than like 7 on the list. Okay, I can give you an idea of what that was back then. It was like a guy with like green eyes, and he had to be Christian, and he had to be marriage minded, and he had to have dark hair. What else was I looking for at that time? Those are, oh, and he had to be, I think I said I wanted him to be like an an air sign, like an Aquarius or a Gemini. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Or a Libra. So you had to be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You had to have green or blue eyes. You had to have dark hair. You had to be Christian minded. And you had to be, no, you had to be Christian and you had to be marriage minded. Okay. So you write this down on a list. You make a list on a piece of paper. And then at the bottom, the very last thing you're going to write is, he lives in my neighborhood. Okay? So you're going to read the list one time. You make it, you read the list one time. Then you're going to fold the list up however you want, and you're going to put it under your pillow. And you're going to sleep with it under your pillow for like 5 to 7 days. After you sleep with it under your pillow for 5 to 7 days, you're going to take it out from underneath your pillow and just put it somewhere away in your closet. And by the way, from what I can remember, I put mine in an envelope before I put it underneath my pillow. Yeah, put it in an envelope, and that way also, when I removed it from underneath my pillow, I could just take the envelope and stick it in my closet. And I shut my closet door, and I forgot about it. Okay, so at that time, I had a bar near my house that I used to go to, like not at night and not for alcohol. I would go there in the day to drink tea just because I guess I was being lazy and didn't want to make my own breakfast. So I would go in there for breakfast, sometimes Saturday morning, sometimes just for tea, before going to work, just little things like that, right? So one day I went in there, and I guess going there so often, I got to know the bartender pretty good. He was a really nice guy. We would just talk and have a good time. So I went in there one morning, and there was a guy that I had never seen before, and he was just sitting there, and I was just like, what? And he felt awkward and I felt awkward, but I wasn't gonna like skip over my routine, right? So I sit down, and the bartender's talking to me like normal, but I noticed he was talking to him too, and I was like, I felt gypped, if I be honest with you. So he was a friendly guy. He talked to both of us, and then I did my thing and I got out of there. So it was probably like the next couple of mornings I went back in, as I usually do, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the bartender like normal, you know. And he says to me, oh, do you remember that guy that you met here the other morning when you were here? And I was like, yeah, you know. He's like, oh, he wants to get to know you. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he thinks you're cute. He wants to get to know you. I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I must have given him my number or some crap like that, right? Anywho, long story short, me and this guy ended up talking on the phone. I let him come pick me up one evening. We went out for a date. Then we ended up going back to his place. And over conversation, I found out that he was a Gemini. He did have green eyes, which I didn't notice at the bar because I wasn't looking. He was a Christian, which surprised me. He was from Lebanon. which I thought was okay, cool. It was fine with me. I didn't care. He met everything I asked for. So it was Christian. He was an air sign. Oh yeah, and he was he married before? No, I think he wanted to get married to his ex, but it didn't work out for some reason. But he told me he did want to get married. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that thing that I did, that manifestation thing I did, it totally freaking and he lived in my neighborhood. For him to get to my house, it was like a 5 to 7 minute drive. Like that is close. That is really close. So that was kind of cool, man. I was like, this thing actually freaking worked. Yeah, that really surprised me. So, you might want to try this. I kind of heard variations of this online. People are calling it the pillow method, but I haven't heard anybody mention the he lives in my neighborhood thing. I haven't heard that. That I learned a long time ago, like over 10 years ago. So, guys, if you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Please try this method. Let me know if it works for you, or if you've already tried it before, please let me know how it worked out for you. Of course, leave me a comment. And of course, if you like this channel and this type of content, go ahead and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye for now.